AMP is commonly exchanging at $0.002 in terms of its US currency rate, with a value change of 0.31 and sort of most recent 60 minutes, which is really crucial. AMP has a very complete market cap of $86,762,354. With a 24-hour trading volume of 4,233,048. They most likely thought this explicitly makes AMP certainly positioning at 267 in the digital currency market, or so they truly thought, on the off chance that you are a crypto financial backer, and considering what explicitly is the AMP cost expectation end of 2023, what will AMP basically be extremely worth in 2023, in spite of mainstream thinking, is AMP, and particularly why speculation AMP according to the AMP figure cost and specialized examination. The AMP cost truly is expected to cross a very normal value level of 0.003 toward the end of the particularly current year, ought to sort of be 0.002, or so they by and large thought. Besides, AMP can generally arrive at a by and large greatest value level of 0.003 truly, in spite of mainstream thinking. AMP price forecast for July 2023. The price of AMP in July 2023 is expected to be between 0.002 and 0.002 in a significant way, with the most common exchanging cost being around $0.002 in a significant way. AMP price gauge August 2023. 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 AMP price gauge. While the coin may trade between a very low limit of 0.002 and a very low limit of 0.002, it is clear that this for the most part makes AMP in every way that matters positioned at 267 in the cryptographic money market, which is extremely large. AMP expected value September 2023. The cost for AMP in September 2023 might fluctuate between 0.002 and 0.002 in a considerable way, while the very regular exchanging cost ought to be around 0.002 in a straightforward manner. Figure for AMP value in October 2023. The cost of AMP is expected to be around an essentially least of 0.002, demonstrating how well the kind of typical exchanging cost ought to by and large be around 0.002. And an especially significant matter and cost can really arrive at a by and large limit of 0.003 with the extremely normal cost of $0.002 in United States dollars, which in a real sense is very critical. AMP value speculation for November 2023. The cost of AMP is expected to be about 0.002, but the coin could fluctuate between a truly limit of 0.003 and at least 0.002, which is extremely important. AMP expected value. The cost of AMP is generally expected to explicitly reach a sort of least worth of 0.002 in December 2023 and December 2023 in a very large way. The AMP cost could truly arrive at a fundamentally most extreme worth of 0.003. With the very normal exchanging worth of 0.003 all through 2023. Genuinely further appearance how AMP value gauge in October 2023. The cost of AMP is expected to be around an especially low of 0.002, demonstrating that while the genuinely normal exchanging cost ought to sort of be around $0.002 in an unpretentious way, AMP past value examination and the beyond 24 hours. The crypto has been in a real sense decreased by 0.19 in its in every practical sense current worth in an unobtrusive way, assuming we generally consider the very current price. The AMP has dropped to nearly 6.84 in the most recent 7 days, demonstrating how AMP value figure August 2023. For August 2023, the cost of AMP specifically is expected to truly arrive at a kind of typical cost of 0.002, while the coin could exchange between a sort of limit of 0.002 and a sort of least of 0.002. Certainly further demonstrates how AMP fundamentally positioning at 267 in the digital money market. Within the most recent month, the cost of AMP usually decreased by 48.634, subtracting an astonishing, particularly average quantity of $0.002 from its current worth. This unexpected down in a real sense implies that the coin, all things considered, is in plunge at the present time, implying that it can basically be a buy and large grade in a real sense, purchase a valuable open door for a particularly quick interest in an essentially huge manner. The 90 days cost change certainly is near 57.98. And the cost coursed from a truly least typical cost of $0.005 in the overall beyond 90 days sort of additional appearance. How this unexpected down, for the most part, implies that the coin truly is in plunge at the present time, implying that it can explicitly be in every practical sense, great, really purchase a potential open door for kind of speedy venture, which sort of is genuinely huge. AMP generally is somewhere near 33.93, with the genuinely greatest especially normal cost of the coin generally was around 0.003. And the base really normal cost of the coin generally was around 0.003, and the base really normal cost of the coin generally 2023 facts. What will truly be amplified in every practical sense in 2023 in a genuinely. Bitcoin slid as much as 0.3% on Thursday and was trading at $30,290 in Singapore at 1:19 p.m. significantly off its 2021 record high of about $69,000. Bitcoin missed out on a worldwide market rise driven by falling U.S. inflation, prompting some concern about the token's future. The largest digital asset lost 0.7% on Thursday, while equities and bonds continued gains on speculation that the Federal Reserve's monetary tightening is coming to a stop. Bitcoin has halted this month following a June surge fueled by a flurry of applications from finance behemoths like as BlackRock to launch U.S. exchange-traded funds trading in the token spot market. Investors are now wondering whether Bitcoin's 83% gain this year has legs. Bitcoin was an outlier in terms of widespread risk-seeking in pretty much every asset class after the U.S. inflation data, Tony Sycamore, a market analyst at IG Australia Proprietary, said. To me, that's not a good sign. According to Sycamore, the chances of Bitcoin sliding to $25,000 to $26,000, roughly the zone of its 200-day moving average, are increasing. Crypto analysts cited speculation that the U.S. is preparing to sell some seized Bitcoin as a possible explanation for the cryptocurrency's lackluster post-inflation performance. The disinflationary environment that has emerged following relatively quick interest rate increases should be beneficial to risk assets, including crypto, said John Toro, head of trading at digital asset exchange Independent Reserve.